Are you? So the soul is our closest connection to the divine. You have the physical body, you have the mental, emotional body, and then you have the spiritual body. And in the spiritual realm, there is a decision made on occasion to go ahead and connect with the mental, physical body. And that connection shows up as the soul, which is your higher self or higher consciousness in an energetic space that goes and is able to communicate down into the physical realm. So spiritual realm embodies the physical through the soul. Right?
Okay.
So Alan has a physical being, but there's also a spiritual entity. That's my soul. That is my eternal. That is my endless energetic state, which takes all the lessons and the growth, and it can move from one plane to the next or from one body to the next. The soul is the eternal energy source.
And while you're sleeping, does your soul come out of your body? And
so
what is it doing?
The soul is the energy. The soul can communicate. The soul can explore. You have to understand that the human realm is very dense. It's heavy. And so the energy that is the soul is at a different vibration. It operates at a different level. And so we don't see it, but the souls are all around us all the time. The physical plane, the astral plane, they're one and the same. We just don't have the capacity to connect with the astral plane. It's like sometimes a dog hears something, but a human can't, because the frequency is, the dog's ears are sensitive enough to pick up on the frequency where the human ears aren't. It would be the same basic comparison where the energy of the spirit is at a different frequency and we can't sense it. The whole sixth sense, or a third eye, is another way of saying a capacity to feel the energy of the spirit realm. So if your soul chooses to leave because it wants to explore, it's easy for it to do so when you're in an unconscious state, when you're sleeping. And then it'll re-embody the physical. The soul, for example, let's say you drove off a cliff and you were about to crash into the rocks below. The soul might jettison. It might leave the physical body just before that trauma because it doesn't want to experience that trauma. Right? The soul is completely intertwined with the human mind, but it can come and go at its leisure.
Okay.
And remember, there's always a portion of the soul that remains in the spiritual realm. So 30 or 40% might embody the physical because it's here to grow and to learn. But when the physical runs through its course, runs its life, then the spirit, the soul, will return to its original state and once again strengthen to 100%.
Okay, so when it is in the spirit realm, it's 100%. When it reincarnates...
When it incarnates, sure. It might dedicate 30 or 40%. It could split into two bodies. And then it might dedicate 30% to one and 30% to another. It'd be very weak in its original form, but it would allow it to learn quickly through two separate bodies.
So you're also defining the concept of soulmate.
Soulmate is just two souls that contract in the spirit realm to connect in the physical realm.
Into two different bodies.
No. It's a little bit of urban legend, but there's this concept of twin flame, which is one soul that splits into two bodies that searches for itself so that it can reunite and have incredible chemistry because it's a familiar soul that finds itself in two separate bodies. Soulmates, quite simply, is two souls that know each other well in the spirit realm, that incarnate into two separate bodies. They usually have a soul contract to say, you be the man, I'll be the woman, we'll get into this beautiful marriage, and this is the life that we'll live. Soulmates are just souls that are incredibly connected in the spirit realm that have this unique opportunity to grow also in the physical realm.